guys, this is Dorsha with a hashtag one dish where I teach you how to make a one dish. Tonight I'm making quick yeast rolls. I'm cooking some sea bass and some rice, sauteing some vegetables, and I was thinking what would be a nice treat for my husband. He loves bread, so I'm going to make some yeast rolls. This is going to be quicker than normal because I'm using fast-acting yeast. The bread does not have to sit for hours, so you push it back down and it comes back up. This is the fast-acting yeast. So, a couple of things that you may need that will help you in this process. Number one, a thermometer, and the reason why you would need this is to make sure that your water is about 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Another thing that you may want, which I have, a KitchenAid stand-up mixer. Remember when I did the video that my dad had surprised me with that? You need the dough hook for that. And as you see, I've already put this together. This recipe is very simple. It's white flour, 3 to 4 cups, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of butter, softened butter. Now, the recipe that I found, it wants you to put the salt, the yeast, the sugar, and the water in individually. But what I do is I mix those together so the yeast, the sugar can dissolve, and then I'll sprinkle the salt on top. Then about 4 to 5 minutes, you want to get it where it's not sticking to the sides. That is the goal. So now I'm in this process, which I'm about to share with you, where I'm actually going to make the rolls and put them in my cast iron skillet, which I've already prepared with butter. You see that? Yes. So, okay, come on down. Come on down. So, taking the dough, you see the dough? Make sure that you get a good view. I usually have my cooking apron on, but it's okay. I have on my workout clothes. I was about to work out, and then I decided to do this. I'm going to take a knife. I'm going to cut my dough. About making your own bread is that you get to control what's in other ingredients that half the time you can't pronounce right. Well, you may be able to pronounce them, but most people can't. 2, 3, so I have them all touching. This helps with the altitude, the rise of them, even when you're doing biscuits. So I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to, here I am, I'm going to get a towel. To get this, and I'm going to wet it, so hold on. Ta-da! So now I'm waiting for the oven to heat. It needs to be at 400 before you put your bread in the oven. Do not put it in there while it is at a lesser degree. This will take about 20 minutes to cook. Now, you can use whatever flour you want to, and you know I love Walmart, okay? Well, let's say I love Walmart, but I love Great Value brand, and I use them in a lot of my food. And no one has ever said, oh my God, you must be using Great Value. They don't know what it is I'm using. They just know that the food tastes good, okay? But I have to say that I do like this flour. It's all purpose. And for making breads and rolls and biscuits, you don't need bread flour. You can just use all-purpose flour. But like I'm saying, this right here, this hook, this saves you so much time when it comes to making the bread, because the goal is just to get the dough from all sides, off of the sides of this. If you were doing it by hand, you would keep kneading it, adding some flour, kneading it. I have done it before, kneading it until the ball, the bread is not sticky. And that can take 10, 15, 20 minutes. Using this is 5 minutes. It's like on and popping. Now, I use this when I'm doing my cakes and my icings and stuff. It's so wonderful. Yes, Daddy did that. So while we're waiting on the oven to heat up, I do want to share with you, I'm so excited. On Father's Day, I did release my book, #GirlDad, 10 lessons that I learned from my dad. You can buy it on Amazon. Just Google #GirlDad and my name, Dorsha, Dorsha. And guess what? just don't do hashtag girl dad, because there's some other hashtag girl dad stuff, but it's not hashtag girl dad 10 lessons I learned from my dad. He was here for Father's Day. I was able to present him the book. This will be his first time reading the book. It's a tribute to him. I can't even imagine a world without my dad. In my darkest moments, I think of my dad, and in my peak moments, I think of my dad, because I want him to be proud of me. And at my lowliest moments, I think of my dad because I'm used to him hugging me, praying for me, telling me that everything is going to be okay. And yes, he's a man of faith, so he will pray for you. You hear me? Now, let's get back to the other thing I was talking about. So, being the person that he is, he went to a farmer's market, and there was sea bass, and he has one of these, what is it, a vacuum wrapper type of thing, and when he gets things and he puts it in his big freezer in his garage. So I'm gonna roll that tonight. I'm going to saute. I had some mushrooms, portobello, baby portobellos, and bell pepper leftovers from Sunday's supper. And I have some rice, so I'm gonna put all this together, and I'm gonna be like, bam, there you go, Tuesday night grubbing, Sunday supper. My dad loves seafood. My husband is allergic to crustaceans or shellfish. So for Dad, I did stone crab claws. I did homemade Maryland crab cake, and that's lump meat. I had 1 can of claw meat for 2 cans of lump meat. I also did coconut shrimp and a pina colada dipping sauce. I don't know if you've ever had that at Red Lobster, but it is delicious. And I found a copycat recipe. Woo! Wait! We was on and popping. Okay, so all of that, he was in heaven. The husband, I bought ribeye, 2 ribeye steaks, and then I sliced them. I did the mushrooms, onions, and the peppers, and I seasoned, the meat very well. Hot skillet, butter. That is always important when doing steaks. Make sure your skillet is nice, hot, sizzling with some butter. That's how they achieve the taste that they do at the restaurants. Most meals start and end with butter at restaurants. That's why you get fat eating out all the time. Not all the restaurants, but a lot of the fine dining ones. So, I did that, and then I put the vegetables in there, and so he had that. Now, everyone had the sides. I made potato au gratin and homemade cream spinach. For dessert, I did a lemon tart, and I topped it with blackberries, blueberries, little slices of lemon, and I asked my husband to get some hints out of his garden. So that was Father's Day, and I think everyone had a good time. I presented what my husband had his gifts from me. My dad's gift is delayed. There was a shipping faux pas coming from Canada, coming here to Georgia. It came to Georgia, and somehow it ended up in Kansas City, Missouri. UPS, you have to do better. Oh my goodness. Not a fan of USPS, but hello, I think they could have probably got me the massage chair that I got from my dad. Is the type that it takes you all the way back. You put your arms into these screws. It massages the balls of your feet. It does your body. Oh my goodness. I experienced that at my aunt-in-law's house, and I fell in love with that. Now, he does have other like recliner massage chairs that heat up, got Bluetooth on the side and all this other kind of stuff that I bought for him one Christmas, and then 2 years later, this last Christmas, I bought him another one that has a lifter component to it. But this right here, it can't even compare. So I'm excited for him to get that, and then he got his book, and whoop, whoop, on and popping. Now, moving on to my next thing. It's always something. I'm looking forward to a little vacay to be able to get away. I'm at 3:05 now. We on and popping. So anyway. the bread is done, then I'm going to put the sea bass in there, because the sea bass is not going to take long to cook, and I wanted to cook it in the oven anyway. So I'm going to season it, make it do what it do, and then both of them will be done at the same time. My rice is already done. It is perfect. You know, there are people who don't know how to cook rice. I may have to do a cooking with Dorsha, because I know you can take the little shortcuts. There are shortcuts to everything except for life. So anyway, but I did take some butter out the refrigerator so it can be nice and soft, because you know, you have a nice hot yeast roll, you pull it apart, put some nice butter. Yeah. So anyway, we're almost there. And what else? Oh, I want to give a shout out to Love Notes. She is awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. She supports me. If she's on a live, she'll shout me out. She bought my book. I mean, she's come up with solutions to help me in my garden. I don't know her personally, but I feel like, you know, I know her. Like, she's like online family, if that's such a thing. But I love Notes. Love Notes, yay! So anyway, I'm gonna put these in here, and then I will post a picture when they are ready, and they'll be like, bam! And they're gonna look wonderful. They're gonna look beautiful and nice and brown. And then I will take some butter and put them on top of them, and you know, we're gonna have the whole thing going on. So until next time, cooking with Dorsha, #1dish.